All right, now that you've watched the Schmoop video on the difference between summary and analysis, we're going to talk about analysis and its building blocks. Before you ever write an essay or before you ever write an analysis paragraph, you have to actually know how to analyze. And so forget about writing at the moment and just think about the process of getting something and understanding something well enough to write about it. Okay, so these are the building blocks. Please take notes, either the handwritten notes in a notebook or the notes from the template that I uploaded on Google Classroom. It's your choice, whichever one works best for you. So the first building block is a topic. You have to know and have a basic understanding of a topic or topics that the book or the story covers. A topic is an important one word subject or idea that is presented or revealed within a story. Again, it's one word and it's just an idea. It's not a statement, it's just an idea that is presented. If we look at stories that we are common or that we have read already in high school, so Romeo and Juliet, To Kill a Mockingbird, Of Mice and Men, Night, movie or TV shows that we watch, right? Certain ideas and topics will frequently pop up. They're recurring ideas. In class, I had the students who were able to make it to class give me some of those topics in the chat. But since this is recorded, I'm just going to read or give you some of those. A topic would be something along the lines of free will. That is a topic. Fate, right? Love, jealousy, anger, family, friends, discrimination, race, misconception, illusion. Any of those words that I just listed could be topics in any given story. And those are some of the topics that we've seen in Romeo and Juliet, right? I think you guys all, as freshmen, had to write an essay on fate or free will. To Kill a Mockingbird would be something along the lines of racism, men and women, coming of age. Of Mice and Men deals with friendship and family and discrimination based off of either race or special needs. Night, Holocaust would be a topical idea. So again, it's just an idea, one word idea. These are some of the common topics: love, fate, revenge, jealousy. I've listed all of these. But if you want to pause the video and get these written down, I would suggest doing that because, again, these are going to come up all over our reading this semester. So in order to analyze a story's various topics, love, revenge, family, friends, we always have to look for what teachers commonly refer to as evidence, right? You have to have evidence to back up your point. That's what we always say. And so the second building block, once you've gotten through the first, which is kind of listing some of those topics, the second building block is collecting evidence for each of those topics. So when we get to The Great Gatsby, I will give you the three topics that we're going to be kind of focusing on: love, money, and the American dream. And starting from the very first page to the end page, you'll be responsible for collecting evidence about said topic, right? The quotes, the symbols that deal with love, you'll put in one category. The quotes, symbols, relationships, ideas for the American dream, you'll put in another category. But you have to collect evidence on those topics. And this will get us to the third building block of being able to formulate an opinion about the topic because of evidence. The common issue that we have in the world is people just rush to conclusions and rush to judgments because it's been just told to them or because of an emotion. This isn't how analysis works. You cannot and you should not form an opinion about a topic until you have collected evidence and observed that topic first. So again, it's why we're going to have some evidence logs. It's why we're going to have detailed accounts of quotes and symbols about certain topics first. So the idea is you collect as much evidence as you can first, and then looking at all the evidence, you figure out what the author's opinion on that topic is. And that's where it really gets to the heart of analysis. You are essentially a detective, right? If a detective goes into a crime scene, a detective will not automatically say, I know who did it. They will say, okay, this is the topic. It's a crime scene. They'll state the facts of, okay, this person was stabbed. Obviously, it looks like because of the broken glass and the window that's open and, the tips and stuff, it looks like it was a robbery. But first, they're going to take pictures of the evidence. They're going to get the evidence analyzed by the crime scene investigators, get some fingerprints before they jump or make any conclusions, because they want to make sure that the conclusion they make is accurate. And so, just like a crime scene investigator goes in to a crime scene, that's what we have to do with books. We have to get the general idea or the topic, collect the evidence about that general idea or topic, and then we can come to some sort of conclusion. So, some clues or evidence that we can look at during this building block 2 of collecting evidence include character arc, right? Who are the characters? What are their backstories? What decisions do they make? What are the consequences of those decisions? And how do they change? I'm going to give the example of Romeo and Juliet, right? We know Romeo and Juliet deals with love and fate and free will and lust and revenge. If I want to kind of start to formulate an opinion or collect evidence on that topic, then I need to look at the relationships in the character arc. Are the relationships between Romeo and Juliet healthy? I'd probably say not. Are they mature? I don't really think so. What are the consequences of their actions? Well, they both end up dead because of a lack of communication, a lack of maturity. And so, based off of the character arc, the decisions that they make, and their outcome, I can then start to formulate an opinion about what Shakespeare believes love to be in Romeo and Juliet. Foolish, misguided, romantic but tragic, right? So those are kind of two of the basic clues or things that we can focus in on to collect evidence about those topics. The other things that we're going to be going over this semester for evidence and clues on topics would be conflict. What are the main conflicts? Symbolism. What do the symbols tell us about love, time, wealth? What is the tone of a character? What is the tone of an author? What diction do they use? Does one character always use derogatory language? Does another character always use super eloquent language and are trying to sound super smart? And finally, historical context. When was this book written? When was this story produced? Could it be commentating on what the issues and conflicts were of that era? So again, all of these are things that you can kind of hone in on when we are looking at collecting evidence. The heart of analyzing a story is discovering and proving its themes through the prior two building blocks. So again, you look at the topics, you collect evidence for each topic, and then you're able to come up with a thematic statement. And that thematic statement is our building block 3. So themes, and this is different from topics. Topics and themes are not the same thing. Themes are the last thing that you're able to get through. They are the author's commentary on the topic proven through evidence. Again, themes are the author's commentary on the topic proven through evidence. If you don't like the way that sounds, another way of phrasing it is the perceived opinion of the author on a specific topic presented in the text. Again, please make sure you're writing these things down. Finally, themes are not facts. They are opinions built through close analysis, right? We know that gravity is a fact on Earth. We know that 2 + 2 = 4. There is no need, especially in an English class, to prove that because it is commonly accepted as fact. But what makes analyzing literature, analyzing news, analyzing people fun is being able to look at the facts and then come up with some sort of conclusion that you can argue and prove. So themes and analysis centers around that question, right? What is the author or creator saying about a certain topic? If you were to answer this question, you would end up getting something called a thematic statement. And that's the goal of analysis. Get to that thematic statement, and then you can write an essay about it using all of that evidence to prove that your thematic statement is correct. So if you're going into Romeo and Juliet, and you really want to get a nailed in question to help you pick apart evidence and pick apart those topics, then You could say, what is the author's opinion on love? And again, notice, analysis centers around that one question. According to the author, what does it mean to be a woman, to be a man? Does the author believe in fate or free will? So again, notice that purple question highlighted in the back of what is the author's opinion or what are they saying about a certain topic can be very rephrased to be specific towards that book or towards that topic. Again, what does the author think about family? And then your job as the detective is start with that question, collect evidence throughout, and then once you've read the book, once you've seen the show, be able to answer that question with the evidence you've collected. Just as a means of review, because we're kind of reviewing what we just went over, topic and theme are totally different things. A topic is just, it's one word. It's clearly stated. It deals with summary, right? Romeo and Juliet is about love. Romeo and Juliet is about revenge. Whereas theme is a more in-depth, deals with analysis, opinion about the topic, right? Theme is the author's opinion about that topic. So again, appearances can be deceiving. That is a theme, right? Rather than a topic, which could be appearances, right? Another topic would be guilty or conscience. But if you want to make that to a thematic statement that deals with a certain book, it would be a guilty conscience never rests, right? If you were to have a topic of the American dream, a thematic statement could be the American dream is dead. But remember, there is a difference, okay? If you want to end up finding a theme and you can use the following sentence frame, right? It's just rephrasing that question of what is the author's opinion about that topic? So you would say the author thinks that, then you would insert that topic that you chose, right? Failure, family, gender, divorce, lust, evil, and then you would answer is. And to get that concise statement, you would then delete the author thinks to just get that statement there. So if I were to write the author thinks love is a fool's game, if I want that concise thematic statement, then I would just delete the author thinks, and my thematic statement would be love is a fool's game. So in review, building block 1, collect a series of topics. Again, a story deals with multiple topics, not just one. Building block 2, collect multiple pieces of evidence about that topic, okay? So you've got topics, you've organized it, you've put quotes, symbols, all of those different things. And once you have enough of that evidence collected, you can then move on to building block 3, which is using those things to create a thematic statement about the topic according to the evidence. So again, it is that rephrasing of the question of what does the author think about that topic? My formula is topic plus evidence equals theme. Okay, I'll write that down. Topic plus evidence equals theme. Now what you're going to do is you're going to close out of this video and you are now going to watch Pixar's short called Lifted, and you are going to come up with some topics, rewatch Lifted again, and then come up with one thematic statement about a topic of your choice.